Good morning, everybody. It's my JavaScript party. My buddy Rhett back there. I don't know if you can see her. She's right behind my head, I think. Yeah, there she is. Here we go. So I have been working on trying to have like a actual. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't look at it this way. Like use colors for eclipses. So I'm gonna refresh. So you see this side is us sitting on the planets looking at the moon, and the sun is behind the moon. You cannot see the sun because it's too narrow. And then this side over here, I wonder, maybe it would be nice to put like a line in between so you can see where one starts and the other ends. Oh, let's see. There it is. There it is. I'm just gonna refresh though. All right. So, and I don't know if it looks less video, but for some reason this sphere looks a little bit oblong. But this one looks perfect because I think I know why. It's because on this one the camera is right here, so as we look, it's distorted a little bit. You see this one, it's dead center, and that is like something I remember learning before in when I was working in 3GS in my previous project that I was working on. So that is a thing. So I believe the camera's sitting up above the y-axis. So if we rotate around the y-axis, we'll see it go. And as you can see, it's very similar to yesterday's, but it is slightly different um, in that. So you got like the moon. So there's a couple things that are off, or that aren't. Okay, there's one thing that's off is that when the sun is behind the moon, you don't get um, you don't it doesn't look gray. It's black because there's no sun shining on it. Um, so we're not catching that because all we're doing is colors. We're not doing lights. In addition, when the moon goes behind the Earth, um, and the Earth is between the sun and the moon, there's like a huge cone, a shadow that kind of covers it in this situation. And so there should be like a shadow that kind of goes like this. And so then the moon is invisible as long as it's in that cone. And the thing is that we can't see that because the background, even we can't see that because it doesn't exist. But we also wouldn't, even if we could, wouldn't be able to see it because the background is black. So the background needs to be gray so we can see that shadow and all that. And I'm not really wanting to do lights. I'm not wanting to move on to lights. So I kind of feel like we've gone as far as we can go with this whole eclipse idea, but I am extraordinarily pleased with it. Um, I think that that is really, really nice. Um, but the next, I wish I could. The other thing is like at this point, it would be nice if it could go slower. Um, but I think it's cool. I'm really happy with it. I think we're making really nice progress, but I do think that it's time to move on. It would be really nice, and we could. Um, I did raise the little bed that the dogs kind of hang on, uh, like 6 inches, so it's a little harder for my little dog to jump up there. My big dog, Gretchen, hasn't even attempted, but I think she can easily jump up there, but maybe not. We'll see. Um, Probably be good for them in the long run to. They're both pretty young, so it'd probably be good for them as they age to have to do a good jump to get up there. Um, and maybe as they get older, maybe I'll lower it again, or they can. It's also there's a lot of room under the bed. I could probably set up a nice little bed for them under there, and then that feels more like a cave. But anyways, so this is that. I think we're done with the whole sphere exploration, and it's time for whatever's after spheres, which I don't remember what that is. But and then I don't know exactly which. Because so what's been happening is I've been making um, um, repo. I have a repo and I've been making branches. and with different features and different branches. And then I've been um, cloning. When I decide to do a new feature, I clone the most appropriate branch that's already got things. And what's happening is as time goes by, there's more and more like I have more and more to select from, and some of them are kind of getting more and more advanced. As a matter of fact, I guess I should go over the code real quick um, from the last branch. I did a significant refactor. One thing is that dawned on me is when I looked at the interface, it was like really blowing my mind because um, I was just like, man, why don't I have any of my um, anything with my meshes over here? Like, why did I go in this mode? And it's because well, there's only one camera per scene. There's only one background color per scene, renderer background color. Like, there's um, that's why these make sense. But there's multiple meshes per scene. But the thing is there's also groups. And so that's what it dawned on me that like, oh, would I really, if I wanted to get this a little bit like a little bit more stabilized or a little bit more generic, I guess would be the right word, um, I could probably add like groups. And then that would be really nice about that is it would be very generic because a group can have uh, a mesh or a light or anything in there. And that was like a big like that made me realize that my other project that I put a lot more time into, I have a huge, what I believe is a gigantic, like architectural flaw in that I should have had groups instead of meshes. Um, list in my interface. So, anyways, yeah, as I've been moving through, I've been like kind of picking up little things on different branches and going in different directions. I don't know which branch I'll use as a basic branch. I would imagine it'll be, I don't know. I don't know which one it'll be, but I don't even know what we're gonna do the next one in. I think it's like a seven-sided thing or eight-sided thing or something like that. Um, but that is that. Happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.